Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're going to be doing something, I don't know if I'd say different, but we're playing a game that is not Ultimate General American Revolution for the first time in a little while. We're going to be playing a game called Renaissance Kingdom Wars, which is a new kind of grand strategy RTS style game. It's made by a very small team at Reverie World Studios. They have this little disclaimer down here saying sort of it's got an early 2000 retro sort of graphical vibe, so maybe not the most polished graphics, but an interesting looking game that is supposed to enter early access today. It still says coming soon. I'm playing this at like 1 in the morning on the 15th, so it still says coming soon on Steam, but their sort of press release anyway said it was coming out on the 15th. So that should be today. I don't know exactly what time. It'll be entering early access, so it won't be a full release at launch, but I'm intrigued to take a look, and they sent me a key, so I was curious to, again, take a look. So you can see here it has a campaign mode, a sandbox mode, and a skirmish mode. We're going to do the campaign mode here. It says it's a historical, story-driven campaign. You start as a lowly mercenary warlord and work your way up through the ranks of your nation to claim the mantle of your king. So kind of a, I'm assuming it'll work kind of like a tutorial when you start. It'll be somewhat easy, but we'll see. You can see here there's 6 different starting countries. You can, in the campaign, you can play as France, Lithuania, the Holy Roman Empire, England, Castile, or Naples. We're going to go with England. I'm actually in the process of reading a book on the 100 Years' War. It was actually inspired by my playing of Heads Will Roll, and so I figured why not take a look. I got a book from a professor of mine when I was in college, and he was retiring and was sort of clearing out his office, and he gave me an excellent trilogy series on the Crusades, but he also gave me a 100 Years' War book. I don't know if it's like if it holds up or not, but apparently it was written during World War II by a French historian who was like ducking Gestapo agents while he was, writing the book. So I'm sure there'll be, some factual or dated things, if you will. But I think it was written by Perrowy. I'd have to go back. I don't actually have the book in front of me. But anyway, so it's kind of inspiring me to play as England here. I don't usually do a lot of like Western Europe stuff. Even when I play CK, I'm usually more of a Anatolia or like Georgia type player. But anyway, so we'll play as England here. It is the Kingdom of England is under the reign of Henry VII, so it's a little bit later. Poised to be on the principle of a transformative era emerging from the tumultuous War of the Roses, England seeks to mend the scars of civil strife and assert its dominance in Western Europe. Rich in culture, ambition, and diplomatic intrigue, the nation faces the intricate challenges of navigating a complex web of alliances and rivalries. We'll play in medium difficulty just because I haven't played this before. This is literally going to be a first look. You can kind of change the look of your lordship, I guess. There's different options here. I like that blue with the dragon on the front. And then there's also an introductory tutorial. So start the campaign with a quick introduction and tutorial elements. This makes sense. It's a first look video. I'm not pretending to be an expert here. I'm very much just got the game and figured I'd give it a look, so I'm sure I won't know everything. And this, by leaving the tutorial on, this will show you what it'll be like if you purchase the game and play it for the first time. So we'll go ahead and jump in. Start the campaign as a mercenary. I think that's my only option, right? I didn't see another option. Ooh, we got a little cutscene.
1510, Wattasid forces from the Sultanate of Morocco marched through the desert to lay siege to the town of Tangier. Defended by a small Portuguese garrison, with such an overwhelming foe, the town of Tangier was doomed. The Portuguese crown put out a call from Lisbon to all mercenary captains around North Africa to relieve the city. But only one inexperienced landless mercenary captain answered the call. It was you.
Aha, that is me.
As your band of mercenaries sailed towards Tangier, the fate of the city was in your hands. Before landing, it was decided to scout the city.
Okay, definitely see the early 2000s vibe in that intro. And frankly, the graphics, but that's fine.
March 1510. Tangier, Kingdom of Portugal.
Okay.
Welcome to Tangier, my lord. I'm your loyal steward, and it's my duty to advise you. Before we land our forces, let's scout the city to find the best point of assault.
Okay. First, let's try zooming in and out. Mouse wheel. All right. Yeah, I'm doing that. All right, what do you want? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Next, let's rotate the view by pressing the Q and the E keys, or middle mouse wheel button. Gotcha. I like the music. It's very kind of basic, but play around the city by using WASD keys. All right. I was hoping the tutorial would jump more to like the combat and other things like that. That might be different. This is all pretty standard stuff, but working our way through it. Current objectives, got it. So scout the harbor walls, scout the front gate, and scout the side gate. So if I click on these, does it take me there? No. So you can see here, here's one of the gates.
This is what remains of the Portuguese relief fleet. The harbor is blocked off. We will have to land outside of the city.
Okay. Did they really scuttle all those ships? Because usually in this era you did not sink ships that frequently. Not that it didn't happen, but wooden ships like to float. Oh god.
This side gate might be our best option for getting into the city. It's only lightly guarded by enemy forces.
Kind of looks like there's a lot of dead bodies, though. Sure looks like someone tried to attack it and failed. That's the side gate.
The Watassids are preparing for their assault. Once we land, we must quickly reinforce the city walls.
Okay, so we're reinforcing the defenders against the attackers, but it looked like the Portuguese relief fleet was already in the port.
Fight our way to the side gate to enter the city. As our forces prepare to land, please take a look at the map of the city to help you locate your ships.
Don't worry, guys, as many of you have talked about the mini-map in Ultimate General. I see there's a mini-map down here. By the way, I know there's a mini-map in the game, too, for what it's worth.
The mercenaries make landfall on the beach just outside the city walls. But just as the first men step onto the beach, they are spotted. Watassid scouts are coming to investigate.
Oh, no. Scouts on horse.
Lord, enemy scouts are approaching.
Okay.
Only one battalion of our forces have landed so far. Let's use them to fight off the scouts.
Move your hand cannoneers toward the scouts. Is that what these guys are? They're hand cannoneers? Oh, that's fucking sick. Move them here. You just right-click, right? Yeah, just right-click. Can you drag? No, so you can pick the arrow of where they are at. Okay, but you right-click to where you want, and then you can use your mouse to kind of create an arrow of where the line will be. So now we just click on the enemy, right-click on them to attack, I assume. And now they're going to use their hand cannons, which are, you know, early firearms.
Of course.
The enemy's charging me. I would assume hand cannoneers are not very good at melee.
A steep climb requires a slow pace.
With the scouts defeated,
Okay.
the rest of the mercenaries have landed.
Retreat soon.
Now they have to fight their way towards the Tangier side gate. First stop is to fight their way through the village held by the Watassids.
This kind of has, like, Age of Empires 3 vibes. Alright, so you just use your mouse to click and drag to select multiple units, as you would guess. Move the units here as they're ordered. Looks like we've got English billmen in one company. Hand cannoneers in another. So 2 companies of hand cannoneers and 2 companies of English billmen. Which I'm assuming those are like spears by the looks of it. Alright, now do we just attack these dudes?
Stick it to them.
Alright, so the ranged units you want to keep back. The spearmen, obviously, they're melee forces, so you'll probably attack with spears on them. I don't know if there's friendly fire in this. Like, we quickly defeated that first enemy company. Looks like they're already meleeing. Send those guys in. I don't know, again, I don't know if there's friendly... I assume there's no friendly fire. It doesn't look like it.
With the village liberated, it is time to engage the Watossids that have barricaded the entrance to the side gate. The element of surprise is on our side.
Is the element of surprise on our side? Because we've just defeated 2 enemy forces. You would think maybe they'd be like, hey. Double click to run. Everybody move! Yeah, like they're looking right at us. That's, by the way, this is the furthest you can zoom in.
Ready to go, sire. Right away. Of course.
I don't, you know, obviously this is the tutorial, so I don't know how perhaps forgiving the game is at the moment, but it doesn't feel like the tactical element matters that much. Like, I'm just kind of clicking units and mashing them in here. I'm assuming there's an element of, like, you need to leverage different unit types to fight and be more effective. Looks like our spearmen in front here are taking a beating. They've got archers back here. Manually task hand cannoneers to attack new targets. I thought I told them to attack here. Our spearmen here are... I don't exactly know how many men they've lost, but they're definitely taking casualties. They're yellow. Their strength... They're 41 out of 60 men.
Ready to go, sire. Well in this.
Alright, they're broken. Again, I'm sure it's not somewhat scripted for them to break.
Scatter. Now your mercenary forces can make it inside the city and travel to reinforce the main gate. But first, the side gate would need to be opened.
Okay, so open the side gate, boys.
Gatekeepers, get ready.
Looks open to me.
On alert. Pikes, moving down.
Aye, this be the gate. Open her up, lads.
Open the gates!
Yes, my lord. My lord.
Alright, so we routed the enemy at the side gate. There's a river, it looks like, between us and the main gate, so...
Pikes are ready, my lord.
Pikemen, through the gate!
Eager to fight. Yes, my lord.
Everybody, in.
Eager to fight.
Game speed set to 2. Oh, set the game speed to 2. I'd rather get all my boys inside first.
Pikes, moving now.
Okay.
Aye, this be the gate.
Shut the gate!
Pikes, on alert.
Alright, we gotta get to the main gate, so send our boys over here. I think I've selected everybody. Alright, we'll speed things up to ×2, like the game told us to. Looks like most of our units are still in good strength. 54 out of 60 in that first spearman group, or billman group. 36 out of 60 in the other one, so they did lose a few men. The hand cannoneers don't look like they've lost anyone yet, so the hand cannoneers are in good shape. But yeah, I'm not sure how much the tactical layout of your forces matter. I'm guessing it's more of a kind of a rock, paper, scissors approach in terms of defeating the enemy.
To see the mercenary relief force walking the streets. But their joy was short-lived. The Watossids were about to begin another assault. The mercenaries had to man the walls with haste.
Gotcha. So, get up on the walls then, boys. Use those hand cannons to blast the enemy from elevation, right? That's what I'd do. Then stick the spearmen by the, by the breaches.
Ready to go, sire. With all speed.
It wants me to put spearmen up on the top of the walls, too. Okay.
Rolex. On it. Yes, my lord.
I think I'm putting the hand cannoneers all on the left and the spearmen all on the right. I don't know if it'll matter or not. I guess we'll see. The enemy do have siege towers, so I suppose hand cannoneers, or actually spearmen, would be useful to throw those boys back.
Finally, the mercenaries were in position. They looked in disbelief at the massive army under the walls. More preparations had to be made in order to survive.
More preparations? Like what? Are we gonna, like, build stuff? It's gonna teach us how to manage a city and resources and things like that, I imagine? Maybe?
My lord, I fear our forces won't be enough.
You can construct
Luckily,
buildings,
during
walls,
battle,
defenses, and recruits.
Construct buildings, wall defenses, and recruit units. As long as you have enough resources. Let's construct
the mana?
catapults and trebuchets on the towers. Also, let's visit the town's manor building to rally local militia.
Okay. So, we're... Take a look at the resource bar. Okay, so they're introducing more. You've got silver, food, wood, stone. There's a personal time. You can spend inside your town to build them up. Okay. Huh, I don't really know what that's an interesting. So you can enter it and build it in real time? Huh. Resource cap, citizens, and population cap. Okay. Select a tower to construct a catapult or trebuchet there. Construct 4 such weapons. Alright, so click on it here and I can just... Gives me an instant pop-up for catapult weapons. Or sort of tower weapons. So we'll do a trebuchet on one. We'll do a catapult on the other. This one looks more catapulty. Looks bigger. We're supposed to do 4 of... A long-range siege weapon that hurls stone at enemy buildings, or battalions. Highly inaccurate, but boost unrivaled damage. Catapults have the greatest area of effect. Projectiles cost stone. I mean, I don't know if we have sufficient stone or not, but... I don't know, we're building 2 of each.
An improvement on one of thy walls is complete, sire.
With these tower weapons, the odds started to look better.
Okay.
But additional defenders were needed, so they proceeded to rally militia at the city's manor building.
Which is where? Oh, it's over here. Okay. So
My
what?
lord, defenses on one of thy walls has been completed.
Alright, so we can build English levies or English yeomen. Yeomen are basic range units. Citizens armed with a bow. Or levies, clubs.
Improvement on one of thy walls is complete, sire.
Okay. Again, I'm assuming this stuff... I'm assuming these, the menu options, or the UX, kind of keeps opening up based on... as we accomplish things. Oh, shoot, they're attacking.
Thy troops are attacked, your grace.
Straighten up your lines there.
The enemy attack's about to begin in 1 minute.
Watch now. Come on, men.
Alright, well, we completed the first unit. We're building 4 of them. This catapult looks like it's outside the wall. Can I put another weapon on one of these towers? Doesn't look like it. I don't know how much damage, if any, is being done to my troops. Most of them look like they're unchanged.
We are alert, sire.
Yeomen will put up on this wall. Maybe they can throw some arrows down on the bad guys. Levies down here on the lower level. Stop any breakthrough.
Cry havoc, sir. Each battle comes unbidden.
I'll just keep building more units. I'm assuming it shouldn't be too difficult. Again, this is the tutorial. But we'll see.
To the point.
All right, here come the siege towers. First one's coming in.
Suddenly, Wetossid forces were on the move. They rolled great siege towers over the pontoon bridges to assault the walls, while their trebuchets and archers rained fire on the city.
How'd they build pontoon bridges directly below the wall without getting all their engineers killed?
Luckily, the Wetossids did not have any cannons, and their heavy infantry armor were easy kills for mercenary hand cannoneers. It was a chance to win.
No cannons? All right. It is 1500, so cannons are a thing, but it's not yet fully, you know, the era of firearms quite yet. You can see the enemies bringing forward a...
Men ready.
They're sending troops up the walls with their siege towers. They're bringing a battering ram here. Use pikemen to block the enemy from getting onto walls. My pikemen are not... I don't have pikemen, do I? Hold out for a minute and 30 seconds. I should be able to do that, right?
Tell us. Crush 'em. Smack 'em hard. Tell us.
I built those 2 extra units. Our pikemen are blocking them over here on the right. So again, this is the tutorial, so it looks fairly basic, but it's also... It's hand-holding you through the process, so... Alright, so we actually have pikemen on both of these grouping of siege towers. If they break through the gate, things may change a little bit, but it seems like we're holding out okay where they're trying to come up the walls, unless there's anywhere else they're attacking, but I don't see it. We've still got a minute left. Maybe they'll brute force their way through. They're definitely on the walls. Try and get our levies up here.
Crush 'em. Crush 'em.
Waiting for orders.
Tell us, my lord.
Take aim and release.
Can you shoot directly below you? That might be too close. It doesn't want to listen to me. They're sure sending a lot of boys here on the left, but again, it looks like our pikemen on the walls. We got 3 melee units on the walls here, just chewing these boys up as they come out. We've got some hand cannoneers over there, some archers.
A steep climb requires a slow.
We could use more troops up here on the right.
Men ready.
They must retreat soon.
Crush 'em.
Put these guys up on that wall. Now, if they break through the gate, we might have a problem. We'll raise a couple more... Oh, I don't have enough resources for more levies. Okay, well. They gonna break through the gate, though? Doesn't seem like they're having much progress there. We've held out for the required time, so now what?
The Wetossids did not have much experience with gunpowder weapons. So, seeing their thick infantry armor give way like paper to the massive bullets, they quickly lost hope and sounded the retreat.
Guess that makes sense. It's an interesting era of sort of... You've still got melee weapons, and you've still got archers, but you've also got, you know, primitive hand cannon weapons.
Generously paid on this mercenary contract. Our band of mercenaries indulged in the celebration with the townsfolk.
Okay.
With the silver they earned, their captain could finally think of claiming a hamlet to call home.
I'm guessing that's the first mission regardless of what country you choose. But looks like we earned 450 meat, 1,600 silver, and 0 of whatever this battle thing is here.
Congratulations are in order, my lord.
My lord.
Alas, our adventure is just beginning. The silver reward from the Portuguese crown presents an opportunity for you
Oh,
to
the
claim
world
a
map.
hamlet.
Interesting.
But first, you need to sail back home. Let's click the world map button at the bottom right to continue.
Okay. I don't see a world map at the bottom right. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is interesting. So there's like a world map too? So are we gonna get like a city management, but like to our career and our personal mercenary band, maybe? Interesting.
With the aid of mercenaries, the siege of Tangier was lifted in 1509, and the Wetossid forces retreated. In gratitude, the Portuguese have promised to lavish silver on the mercenaries. With the contract fulfilled, they prepared to embark home, racing against the Mediterranean storm season.
Okay. I'm gonna guess we'll get hit by a storm and lose everything except for ourselves, and then we'll get back to England and have to start from scratch.
Congratulations on completing the Portuguese mercenary contract, my lord. I recommend we start to plan our journey home. But before we set sail, let's get our bearings on the map. Let's scout a few locations and plan our path home.
Okay. Locate Istanbul. Istanbul is Constantinople, and Istanbul is Constantinople. Which, by the way, would still be Constantinople at this time. But I know where it is. It's over here.
The home of the Ottoman Empire.
It's a dangerous place.
This is a dangerous place that should be avoided.
Well, we're going to England. Why would we sail past Istanbul?
Our journey might end at Istanbul's slave market.
Okay, well, thank you for letting us know. But yeah, I would think we would avoid Istanbul. Barcelona?
Barcelona is a port city that we can use to disembark our ships to continue on land. Keep in mind that movement on the sea is much faster than on land.
Of course movement on sea is faster than on land. However, a storm doesn't risk sinking your entire fleet.
Ah, the grand capital of our kingdom. This is our destination. Let's finish our preparations and set sail. The sea storm season is almost upon us.
Yeah, that's some foreshadowing there. We're gonna get hit by a storm for sure.
Using the reward paid to us by the Portuguese crown, we'll be able to acquire a small hamlet when we return to our kingdom. The journey will take us a few months. Some of your men suggest we stay and continue pillaging around Tangier, though. But with the storm season approaching, this might make our return...
So we can choose one of two things. We can either set sail right away with the limited force and money that we have now, or we can wait and pillage, but that increases the risk that we run into a storm. I say set sail now. I'm guessing, you know, maybe you come back with more money but fewer men. If you wait, I would guess. I'm not sure. Let's set sail at once. Let's not waste any time.
Preparations are completed and our band of mercenaries is ready to set sail. The seas are still calm, and with God's help, the journey will be safe.
Okay, select the army. Didn't I select the army?
Conscience avant. Our Lord commands again.
Task army to the home city. Oh, so they automatically board ships themselves?
You have full control of the game speed, my lord. Armies are slow when traveling on the world map.
Okay, so the world map occurs...
Convenient to increase the game speed.
Yeah, I get it.
Try it using the controls at the top of the screen.
Alright, so our boys are just going to jump on ships automatically, by the looks of it. And they're going to sail through the Strait of Gibraltar to Barcelona rather than sail around Spain? Why do we care so much about the storm season? That's a short voyage. 5 months later. Okay. I'm guessing we arrived without too much damage?
During the long journey home, the men contemplate the future. What awaited them back home? What is the political situation in the kingdom? Will the crown honor its promise to pay us?
Which crown? England or Portugal? I thought Portugal already paid
The
me.
kingdom of England, ruled by King Henry VII, has emerged from the bloody ruin of the War of the Roses. It stands on the threshold of a transformative era, filled with ambition and diplomatic intrigue. As England seeks to mend its divided past and navigate through deadly alliances and rivalries, will this nation solidify and expand, or be crippled by internal conflicts and external
Apparently
enemies?
we still have Calais.
As a mercenary captain in service to your king, expand your band of brothers and claim your first hamlet. Rise through the kingdom's ranks and cautiously expand. But be wary of rival lords within your
This is an
kingdom
interesting concept.
until you're strong enough to fight for the throne.
So we have to basically claim our first hamlet in England, and then we wage a conflict against the other lords to eventually take the kingdom, but kind of like build your empire within an empire. That's kind of interesting.
Brothers in arms just outside the kingdom's capital. You have earned enough silver and renown to capture a small hamlet and claim your first title.
Okay. So it's still probably going to walk me through.
My lord, the
Right.
trumpet sounds to summon us.
Move to a nearby city. Do I care which city we want to take?
Trumpet sound, and we will march.
Why am I moving down here? It wants me to move. The
We're
army here.
approaching the town, my
We're
lord.
approaching London.
You can recruit mercenaries in any hamlet or large town of your own or allied kingdoms.
Okay.
Keep in mind that large towns and hamlets have different
Okay,
recruitment.
so we need both support and combat units. We do have chickens. We've got chickens, horse carts, and peasants, but we also have hand cannoneers and a battering ram, by the look of it. Select the recruit button. Okay. So we can spend silver to recruit units for our upcoming battle. We already have all the support units, like livestock, in our army. Okay, so these are like huge basic cannon and a light mobile field cannon. English heavy cavalry, English billmen, or heavy billmen versus regular billmen. Okay. Musketeers. Hell yeah, brother. How much money do we have? 3,400? Okay. Deadly to new heavy armored units, also can hold its own in a melee fight. I would... What's an Arbiqueur? Robust gunpowder infantry armed with Arbiqueur hand cannon, comes with low upkeep and training, can devastate any infantry unit regardless of armor. Okay, so we can go spearmen or musketeers. Let's do one... We've got 3 grand, right? So let's do... 1 musketeer.
We are here for conquest and renown.
1 billman.
Dogged war doth bristle on his crest.
I like the idea of a heavy cavalry, but... Yeah, let's do heavy cav. Alright, so maybe that wasn't the ideal unit makeup, but it is what it is.
Cause the best.
Having recruited additional men, it is time to attack.
Oh,
and
so we're
capture
just
a
straight
hamlet
up...
that belongs
We're
to one of our
back
kingdom's
to England, and we're
lords.
just straight up going to
Yes,
war
it
with
will
some local
displease
group.
the king, but it is the only
It is the only way. The king's like, welcome back, here's some money. Oh, now you're attacking a
Well
town.
done,
Okay.
my lord. Let us select a hamlet.
Seizing
to
one from the
capture
kingdom will
now,
make you an outlaw, but allows instant
Seizing
management
one
without
from our
happiness
kingdom will
penalties.
make
In
you
time,
an
we can
outlaw,
repair our relations
but
with the
allows
king.
instant management without happiness penalties. In time, we can repair relations with our king. If we were to
Okay.
My lord, the trumpet sounds to summon us.
So attack any hamlet. Hamlet, though, obviously we can't attack the larger towns like Dover. We're not strong enough yet. So we can go for Coventry, Warwick, Chelmsford, or King's Lynn. Is that like King's Landing? I like the idea of being on the coast, so we'll go for King's Lynn because I want a port so we can
Mars to
maybe go after
sword
the French.
And war's quick fire alight.
Forwards! March! Alright, so we do have a battering ram. We've got heavy cavalry, hand cannoneer. I thought we also had, didn't I? Oh, we got 1 musketeer and an English billman. I don't know why it's called London Army. It's... Okay, I should rename it.
We are here for conquest.
But still
and
didn't take the
renown.
rename. Oh, I'm renaming the city? Wait, did I... Oh, I don't think I had a city selected.
Dogged war doth bristle up his crest. Our armor is all strong, our cause the best. Our banners fly with pride and pomp.
Okay, Hamlet to attack.
Spur your proud horses hard.
Let's do it.
And ride in blood.
This town attack window where you can see what your opponent has. So our opponent has, what are these, peasants? Earl Benedict of Baltimore, Kingdom of England. So it looks like we're stronger. They've got a chicken. Maybe a bowman. A couple of... Looks like these are peasants. Looks like these two are bowmen. Maybe 2 light billmen. Whatever, let's fight it. See what happens here. I'm curious to see what happens when it's a little less... Well, I'm sure it'll still be tutorially, but maybe a little less tutorially. King's Lynn. Yeah, I'm really attacking this one because it was the only city on the coast. And I want to have access to the coast. I don't know what naval stuff looks like in this game, but I'd like to expand outside of England. And minimize how much we piss our king off by being able to attack other places. Apparently you have a manor even though we're on the offensive? Okay. Alright, so we got 30 minutes.
The enemy Hamlet lies ahead.
Manage
Alas,
army
before we
camp. Set your
charge,
peasants to
I
slaughter
suggest we
chickens to
manage
feed your
our
troops.
army camp.
Train additional
Set your
soldiers in your
peasants
town
to
hall.
slaughter chickens to feed your troops.
Okay, so this is like a
Train
little bit of
additional soldiers
RTS
in
element
your
where you like
town
build
hall.
your forces too.
You can also construct buildings to collect additional resources, or to heal the wounded.
And I'll work on the camp. So what are we gonna do here? Alright, so let's see what we've got here. We've got our units
My
on the
lord,
map.
Some of thy workers need to be given jobs.
Alright, so we gotta give people jobs apparently. I don't... English yeoman, trained peasant, English levies. So... I'm on the offensive. I don't know that I'm looking to... Let's build two levies.
Do we get fed this time?
Do we get fed this time? Task worker. Alright.
Meat for my lord's table.
Task him to
Up your lines,
livestock. So I guess we need to slaughter the chickens. There's our wagons back there. Oh man. They're just gonna kill them just there. Okay. Do I need to do it again?
Meat coming soon.
I don't, are they producing meat? What are they doing? I hear noises like they're doing something with that meat. Do we get like more? Does it take them a while to harvest it? I'm not really sure. So they... Okay, yeah, it looks like the total went up a little bit. Okay. So why is it not checked?
My lord, we are ready to engage the enemy. This should be an easy battle.
Okay.
Just keep your melee troops
Melee troops in front,
and
ranged troops behind. If the enemy has a palisade or
the
wall,
enemy
attack
has
the
a
gate with a
palisade,
battering ram.
attack their gate.
Okay.
Tell us, my lord.
Are these...
Waiting for orders. Waiting for orders.
Those are the...
What's next? Come on, men. Tell us, my lord. Come on, men. Pikes on alert.
Alright, we'll send the melee troops in front. Our cavalry's just behind. They'll break through the lines when the ram gets there if it's needed.
Ram standing by.
I don't know if they have walls. I guess we'll see. Use peasants to loot corpse. En route or route most enemy. Okay, so we got 27 minutes.
Ready.
I'm assuming if I click it like this, it'll just keep the troops in the relevant spots. Now, this is a Hamlet, so I don't know if they'll have actual walls. I would imagine on bigger battles, maybe you've got to
Chevaliers follow
like
thy
worry
command.
about actually building up your own camp too, kind of like a traditional RTS.
What's next?
All right, yeah, there's no walls, so we'll just send our melee troops into charge.
Crush 'em. Pikes are ready, my lord. Stick to them.
Stick to them.
Ready to go.
All right.
The enemy has attacked. Marry, they will not die well in this.
Heavy cavalry.
All right, let's move the cavalry up. So there's not a lot of tactics in this one, I don't think. I think we've just got so many more men than them, we'll probably overrun them pretty quickly.
Smack 'em on.
Tell us, my lord.
Smack 'em on.
Our muskets and hand cannons are doing their work, I think.
At once!
Let's bring our cavalry up.
We cannot keep up this
Chevaliers
attack.
ride.
Good things shall come to those who wait.
Chevaliers nobly into action.
Oh, is our cavalry ranged? Looks like they might be.
Ready to go, sire! At once! Thy soldiers are under attack, my lord. Thy gleaming sword must out upon them to the fray.
Chevaliers follow thy command.
All right, cavalry, go get them. Peasants to loot corpses? I'm not really... Who's even shooting and fighting still?
The attackers waver. How poor are they that have not
Heavy cavalry alert to thy duty.
I want my heavy cavalry to charge these guys. Is there a... Okay.
Chevaliers nobly into action.
We are attacked. Trumpet sounds to horse away.
Guys,
My soul's in arms
I
and
think you're just
eager
standing there
for
getting
our
killed. Why don't you
cause.
go...
Of course!
Okay,
Heavy
guys.
cavalry alert to thy duty.
Ready to go, sire! At once!
Right, I guess attack the manor?
On alert. Stick to them.
Smack 'em on.
What's next?
Do you destroy the manor?
Crush 'em.
Let us suffer with the quietness of spirit. And shall these attackers soon be overthrown?
Alright, they're getting the manor.
Yes, my lord!
You know, one thing that's not super clear is, like, what units are what.
At once!
Alright, so we conquered the city. It was not very clear.
Nothing can
It was hard to
surmount
tell the difference
those
between the
that
two
we-
sides. Like, between the two units. I think the UI could use a little bit of clarifying to make things a little more clear. Because everything looked kind of the same color palette to me once my units got intermingled with them. But it was still a victory. So King's Lynn is now ours. I will capture it. So you could gift the king this town to this king, but it's already the king's town, so we could loot a raise if we had another town or hamlet, but because this is our first one, I assume we have to take this. So we control one hamlet now.
Conscience avant. Our lord commands.
You've fallen out of favor with your king. Other lords of my nation may attack me. Okay.
Your first victory gets you a piece of land to call home, and with it, your first title.
So mercenaries returning home to
From a
attack
humble
the host
mercenary
nation isn't
background,
exactly a
you have
novel
begun
idea in
your
this era.
climb to the
That's
heights of power.
that seems plausible. Maybe I don't know that it ever
Now
happened
that
in
you have
England, but
established
certainly other
yourself as a
places.
landowner, you must build your humble hamlet into a fortress, raise your armies, and continue to expand. Your fellow lords will not take you seriously until you hold at least 3 hamlets.
We're also right next to
Onward,
Norwich, which is
glory.
a powerful town. So you have to take at least 3 hamlets to be taken
Let our
seriously,
blood
I guess.
colours wave, my lord. Sound trumpets to
My lord,
victory.
the hamlet is yours!
Yeah, the hamlet is yours.
Alas, your standing with the king
The
has
king has
fallen
proclaimed
due
thee to be
your
a rebel
hostile
and an
actions.
outlaw. To resolve the
king
situation,
has
we should send a
proclaimed
gift of
thee
silver
be
to
a
our
rebel
king.
and an outlaw. To resolve this situation,
Where's the diplomacy screen? Diplomacy, down here.
Proud man dressed in little.
King Henry.
I await.
Let us send you a gift of silver. 600 seems in order.
My lord, the king informs us we are back in his favor.
Yay!
Now let's take advantage of the personal time special ability and visit your newly acquired Hamlet to build it up.
Okay.
Personal time allows you to build your town.
So you can build your time in personal time in like kind of like a city builder mode, I assume?
Is limited to join a few minutes per month. Select your town, let's enter it, and
Alright, so we can go into the town and use personal time to, like, build it up. I'm actually going to pause it here. We've been going for about an hour, or a little bit less than that, but this is, you know, Renaissance Kingdom Wars. Probably a little janky looking, but, and like I said, the UI could use some improvement to, like, make who is who more clear. But an interesting, like, mixture of kind of a roaming mercenary game turned into a city builder, empire builder, within the confines of our own kingdom of like trying to gain power. It's a really interesting concept. Let me know if you want to see more of it, like to really dive into the game. We're still really just scratching the surface of the tutorial, but I think it gives you kind of an idea of what the game might look like. But yeah, anyway guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know your thoughts below. We'll probably return to Ultimate General tomorrow, and then if you guys are interested, maybe we'll intermix the series with it. Also, just an FYI, the other day in the Discord, Ultimate General did announce that they're entering the alpha stage of the British campaign. So while we continue the America campaign, that may go on hold for a little while when the British campaign comes out, because I'm going to want to take a look at that when it does come out. That being said, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm out.